Hello everybody. In this video, let us see how to install Splunk SOAR. In the previous videos, I have shown what is Splunk SOAR and what are its capabilities by using various use cases as well. I am leaving that particular video in the cards. You can always check that video from there itself. So now, in order to install Splunk SOAR, we can always install in the cloud environment, whether using AWS or GCP. So right now I am using GCP actually. Okay, so I can always go to my particular compute engine over here. Okay, and I can always view my instances. So already I have created instances for the Splunk SOAR. And what does Splunk says in order to install Splunk SOAR? Okay, so the recommended configuration for the particular instance whatever you create, okay, in the cloud environment, either it is AWS or GCP. Okay, so you can always take, let me click over here and let me show you. You can always take one CPU with minimum of 4 cores, okay, and a minimum of 8 GB of RAM. If you do have one CPU, that is quite sufficient with 4 cores, and minimum 8 GB RAM you have to maintain. So that's why I have taken 4 virtual CPUs and 60 GB of RAM, okay, to be on the upper side itself. Okay, so this is the particular stuff you can always take. Okay, and again, so it recommends 500 GB of hard disk space actually. So 500 GB of disk space, but according to your requirement you can always put, okay, not only 500 GB, you can always take according to your wish. Okay, so I have taken 30 GB actually, yeah, to my particular SSH. I can also connect to the SSH. So one advantage whenever you connect through Google is that you need not connect through any third-party tools just like Putty and all. Okay, if you want to connect to your particular Linux machine, okay, automatically GCP exchange the keys, SSH keys, and it will be connecting to the particular Linux machine. Just like how you access a website in a browser, on the same browser, okay, it will be transferring the SSH keys and it will be connected to the virtual machine as well. So now, once after connecting, I'll be saying sudo su for taking the supervisor permissions. Okay, and here I will be putting this particular command, okay, where I'll be checking for the firewall D service, whether the firewall D is running or not. So it is saying it is active running, so you must be finding like this, as it is active website, right? Splunk.com website. See, I have already have logged in, and if you go to the trials and downloads, okay, so I'll be finding the Splunk SOAR over here. Okay, Splunk SOAR as additional product. Okay, I can always click on free download. So if you click on free download, I'll be finding the particular Splunk SOAR installation packages. So Splunk SOAR installation, okay, it will be having so many packages just like Splunk SOAR on-prem unprivileged 6.4.1 version, and again another one is Splunk SOAR on-prem privileged 5.3.6 version. Okay, Splunk SOAR cloud automation broker, Splunk SOAR diagnostic tool backport. Okay, all these things we will be having. So but it is prominent for us to get the Splunk SOAR on-prem. Okay, so whether it is unprivileged or privileged. So what is the difference between unprivileged versions and privileged versions? So these are just like your roles. Okay, so in your Splunk enterprise, so Splunk SOAR privileges, on-prem privileged user means he will be having root access. Okay, and he will be having all the particular access for all the resources and all, whereas Splunk SOAR unprivileged user is the one where he will be having the user access only. In fact, with Phantom as the user, we have to access. Okay, so but it is more secured when compared to privileged user. Okay, so we'll be installing Splunk SOAR on-prem analyzed 6.4.1 version itself. Okay, and as I have, see, these are all the particular packages that are available. Okay, Splunk SOAR on-prem unprivileged Amazon Linux as it has specified, right? Amazon Linux 2023 package you can always download from here, and Oracle Linux, okay, or RHEL 9, this is the particular package, and for Oracle Linux or RHEL 8, this is the particular thing. I can always directly take the wget command over here, right? So I can always copy the wget command. Okay, so now if I try to put this particular one, so it has checked whether the firewall service is active or not, and again I have to say Control C over here so that I will be coming out but before this one, right, actually sudo yum clean all I'll be saying, and it will be cleaning the particular things. 259 files removed it is saying. So we have to use yum as the sudo yum as a particular command, and then we have to give the command accordingly. So sudo yum update I'll be saying, and if I press enter, so it will be starting updating the particular packages. So it will be taking some time. So let us pause the video over here, and once if the packages have been installed completely, then again let us start. So once after installing the particular packages, okay, so it will be saying that it is complete. So this is the first step that we have to do. So we have to update the packages. So now the second step is to download the phantom package. So as we have seen, so we can always go over here, okay, to Splunk SOAR, okay, and whatever we have thought that we will be using on-prem unprivileged 6.4.1 version, right? This is the latest version. So we can always copy the wget command over here, okay, and what we can do is that we can always go to the again back to the instance, okay. So and we have to go to the root opt folder, cd root opt folder. So opt folder is for other party tools, where we have to install all the third party tools, because Splunk SOAR is also a third party tool for Linux, right? We have to install in opt, okay. So we will be putting the wget command over here, okay. So and again if I install over here, try to install, it says wget command not found, okay. So that means what, again I have to say, I have to install wget manually as well. Sudo yum wget is the particular command I have to say. Sudo yum install wget is the command I have to say over here. And again it will be taking some time, okay, and it will be updating the particular wget command as well, okay. So now it is asking me, is it okay? So I have to say yes over here, okay, and I'll be pressing enter, so that, yeah, so now the wget has been installed. So now I can always put the wget command over here, yeah, and if I press enter, so the zipped version has been downloaded right now, okay. So that is the particular thing, okay. So now the zipped version has been downloaded, and I have to unzip this one, okay. So then only the Splunk SOAR will be installed. So how can I unzip? Tar minus xzvf is the particular command I can always use, okay. Star minus xzvf and the particular command, okay. So whatever the wget command we have used, that particular installation file path we can always give. So tar minus xzvf I'll be specifying, and whatever the name of the gz file is there, splunk underscore soar unprivileged, okay, all this thing is there, right? I need not neatly type as it is. What I can do, I can give the initial characters splunk over here, and if I press tab, okay, that particular thing automatically it will be coming the file name, okay. So now I have to press enter over here, so that all the files in that particular folder will be unzipped, and again it will be taking some time. Yeah, now it has been downloaded. So now what I have to do, so I can always go to the, if I do ls minus ltr over here, okay, I'll be finding the particular folder called splunk-soar. So this is the installation folder. So I'll be specifying cd splunk-soar, okay. I can always go to this particular folder, okay. And now if I check it over here, this is the second step we have completed. Third step also we have completed. We have extracted the package, and now we have to prepare the system for the installation, okay. Whatever the unprivileged installation that we are talking about, we have to prepare for that one. So for that thing, what I have to do, I have to give the command .soar prepare system is the particular command I can always give, okay. So and here what I can do, I can always go and I can always put the particular command, okay. And if I press enter, okay, it will be asking me, okay, you are about to install Splunk SOAR version 6.4.1, okay. Installation path is root opt https port, okay. It works on the which https port 8443, and you have to say yes, okay, yes. So once if you say yes, right, so now it is saying downloading packages available in the default CentOS and RHL repos, yes or no. Yes, I'll be saying again. Okay, so that it will be installed. And again, if you see over here, okay, so it will taking time, and it will be asking it will be asking all these particular questions right now. Okay, so as it has asked this question, okay, so we have said yes, and cluster fs is only needed if you are using an external file share. Okay, so that is what it will be asking. So for this particular question you may skip, or else even if you give yes also, okay, there is no problem, you can always specify no, or else if you can skip also, there is no problem, even if you say yes also, there is no problem. Okay, that's what the thing is. So whenever you are using for cluster instances, okay, so you can always say this particular option as yes, that's what he's saying, otherwise you can always say no. Okay, whenever you are using cluster, even though you are using as an individual instance right now, you can always say yes only, there is no problem. Okay, and enable the NTPD service to guarantee clock synchronization, you have to say yes. So whatever the questions that it asks, right, so basically you have to say yes over here and you have to proceed. So it will be taking some time for the installation part again. Okay, so see, one of 8 dependencies it is installing right now, so all the 8 dependencies has to be completed, and then only it will be asking the question. So it will be taking some time again. So what we'll be doing, we can always pause the video for some time again. So it will be asking all these particular questions, so you have to say yes as I have specified earlier. Once after specifying yes all these particular for all these particular questions, so now it will be asking you create a non-privileged user for running Splunk SOAR. So you have to say yes. Okay, one non-privileged user we have to create. I'll be saying yes over here. And what is that user? Phantom username will be phantom, it will be automatically creating the username. So once if I say yes over here, so now it is asking me to set a password for this user phantom. So it will be asking me, do you want to create a password for the phantom user? Okay, so I'll be saying yes over here, and now if I press enter, okay, I have to give the password. So some password you can always give. And also I have to retype the new password as well. Okay, so now it is saying, so set system resource limit for Splunk SOAR user, particularly file descriptor limits which are low by default. I'll be again saying yes, and I'll be pressing enter over here. Okay, so that's it. Now it is saying done preparing system for installation of the Splunk SOAR. So once after this step is completed, then what we have to do, we have to come over here again. So now all these particular steps, okay, so what we have done, we have prepared the system for Splunk installation, and for all the particular things I can always say yes only for the cluster fs. Okay, so if at all you maintain a cluster environment, you can always specify yes, or else also if you not maintain a cluster environment, okay, individual system on the right we are installing right now. Okay, so now also you can always say yes only, no problem. Okay, if you say yes or no, there is no problem for now. Okay, so there is the particular stuff. And again, the next step is to install Splunk SOAR. What I'll be doing, so I have to give this particular command /splunk /soar install. So I'll be copying this one. Excuse me, I'll be copying this one, and in the same folder I'll be putting the particular command. So now it is asking, so actually 500 GB of hard disk space is required. Okay, so uh, that much of amount is not there. Okay, so even then also it is giving some warnings. Because of that reason I can always say yes, ignore warnings and continue. Okay, so I can always say yes, and I can always press enter. Okay, so this is it is saying, okay, so installation path is root opt and https port is available on 8443. And if I press yes over here, okay, if I press enter, now it will be starting installation of the particular Splunk SOAR. Okay, so it will be taking some time. So 53 dependencies it has to install. Okay, it will be taking some time. Okay, let us pause it again over here, and once it is completed, let us again continue. So now the installation has been completed. Okay, and see, it is saying that complete installation of Splunk SOAR 6.4.1.361. so right now what we can do, we can always on the browser we can always access the web interface of Splunk SOAR. How? We can always go to this particular public IP address, you can always copy this one, and because automatically it is HTTPS enabled only. Okay, HTTPS we can always say // IP address colon, the port number here we should is 8443, okay, because on this port number only just been configured, okay. And if I press enter over here, see it will be saying advanced, okay. So even though it is HTTPS enabled, okay, because they will not have any certificate, right, that's why it is saying that it is not secured. Otherwise it is secured only, okay. So we can always click to proceed. Yeah, and we'll be seeing this particular interface, okay. This is the interface that we'll be seeing. I'll be logging in, okay. So and now it will be showcasing all this particular stuff. I can always say continue to SOAR, okay, and I have to accept the terms and conditions as well. If I click over here, it will be showcasing the terms and conditions, and I have to say that I have to accept this one. Once after accepting, got it, okay. And now I'll be starting the, if you want to take the tour, you can always take this one, okay, and you can get started and you can see the particular thing, okay. You can see all this particular interface over here. So all these things we'll be discussing in the subsequent video, okay. So for now this is the installation part. Please like, share and subscribe the channel so that it will be useful for others as well. So that is all in this video. Again in the subsequent videos, right, we'll be discussing about Splunk SOAR as well. Until then, have a great time. Bye bye.